What if I told you there are 5 simple mistakes with water? Yes, something as basic as water that could make you age faster than smoking. I know that sounds outrageous. After all, smoking is infamous for wrinkling the skin, damaging the lungs, and shortening lives. But here's the shocking truth. Water, the very thing that makes up more than 60% of our body, can become a silent accomplice in speeding up the aging process when we get it wrong. And if you're over 50, these mistakes are even more dangerous because your body no longer handles water the way it did when you were 20. So let me ask you, are you sure you're drinking water in a way that keeps you younger? Or could your daily routine be quietly robbing you of energy, vitality, and even the glow in your skin? Let's take a journey together, not with fear, but with curiosity, because once you know these 5 mistakes, you'll see water in a completely new way. The first mistake is something almost everyone is guilty of: drinking too little water. Sounds obvious, doesn't it? But here's the twist. Most people don't realize how dehydration disguises itself. It doesn't always come with thirst. In fact, as we age, the thirst mechanism weakens, so the body can be desperately in need of hydration without sending strong signals. That dry mouth you sometimes feel is already a late sign. Think about those days when you wake up feeling groggy. Your skin looks dull, your joints ache a little more, and you're not sure why. Many times, that's dehydration talking. And chronic mild dehydration can do something shocking. It accelerates the breakdown of collagen in the skin, thickens the blood, which stresses the heart, and it slows the body's ability to detoxify. Scientists have even compared long-term dehydration to the kind of cellular stress smoking causes. I've seen friends who hardly drank water for years look far older than their age. And once they made the change to consistent hydration, people started saying they looked younger. So the real danger isn't that you forget to drink now and then, but that you live in a state of permanent low-grade dehydration. If that sounds like you, it's time to treat water not as an afterthought, but as your most powerful anti-aging tool. And by the way, if you've noticed yourself struggling with low energy in the afternoons, leave a comment below and tell me. I'd love to know if water could be your missing piece. The second mistake might surprise you: drinking the wrong kind of water. Now, I'm not talking about magic spring water or some expensive miracle bottled brand. I'm talking about the quality of the water you put in your body every single day. Tap water in many areas is filled with chemicals used to clean it: chlorine, fluoride, even trace amounts of heavy metals. And while these are legally safe, they're not exactly youth-preserving. Over years, these little chemicals build up oxidative stress in the body, like tiny sparks of rust eating away at your cells. That's why people who switch to filtered water often report clearer skin, better digestion, and even improved sleep. I remember visiting a friend who lived in a rural town where the water tasted like metal. Everyone there seemed to have chronic fatigue, and many looked older than their years. Once my friend installed a good water filter, her headaches disappeared, and her complexion changed in just months. It's incredible how something invisible can have such visible effects. That's why, if you're investing in supplements or skin creams, but ignoring water quality, you're leaving a huge hole in your anti-aging plan. I always tell people, think of water as the canvas, and everything else you do for health is just paint on top. Without a clean canvas, the painting never shines. So if you haven't thought about the quality of your water, maybe this is the nudge you need. The third mistake is timing. You might drink plenty of water, but are you drinking it at the right times? Here's the thing. Gulping large amounts at once, especially during meals, can actually dilute stomach acid and slow digestion. And waiting until you're parched to down a glass is like waiting until your car engine is bone dry before adding oil. It's already too late. The body thrives when water comes in steady, gentle doses throughout the day. One of the best habits you can build is to drink a full glass first thing in the morning. Think about it. Your body has gone 6 to 8 hours without water. That's like walking through a desert overnight. No wonder many people feel stiff or foggy when they wake up. Hydrating right away jumpstarts circulation, wakes up the organs, and even helps flush toxins. On the other hand, if your main water intake comes late at night, you'll not only stress your kidneys, but also wake up multiple times to run to the bathroom, which ruins deep sleep. And poor sleep is one of the fastest roads to premature aging. I can't tell you how many people complain about looking tired all the time. And when I ask about their water routine, I discover they drink almost nothing until dinner. Changing that one habit has transformed their energy and even their appearance. So don't just count glasses of water, ask yourself, when am I drinking them? And if you've got your own routine that works for you, share it in the comments, because others could benefit from your experience. The fourth mistake is something most people don't connect to aging at. Yes, the temperature of your water matters. Think about this. Icy cold water feels refreshing, but it can actually constrict blood vessels and shock the digestive system, slowing down the body's natural processes. Warmer room temperature water, on the other hand, helps circulation, soothes the gut, and keeps the metabolism humming. In many Asian cultures, people have known this for centuries. They drink warm tea or water throughout the day, and many age gracefully with radiant skin and good digestion. I used to think warm water sounded boring, but once I tried replacing my midday icy drinks with room temperature water, I noticed my digestion improved and I didn't feel that heavy bloated feeling after meals. And here's another twist. Consistently drinking ice-cold water can also increase sensitivity in your teeth and even tighten your jaw muscles, creating unnecessary tension in the face. That tension alone can deepen fine lines over time. Whew! Would have thought. So while I'm not saying you can never enjoy a cold glass on a hot day, it's making warm or room temperature water your daily default could be one of the simplest anti-aging choices you ever make. Now, let's talk about the fifth mistake, the one almost nobody thinks about: overhydration. Yes, too much water can age you just as much as too little. How? Because overdrinking dilutes essential electrolytes like sodium and potassium, which are vital for nerve function, muscle strength, and heart health. When electrolytes fall, the body holds on to water in the wrong places, creating puffiness, swelling, and even stress on the kidneys. And here's the paradox. People who are obsessed with drinking gallon after gallon often look bloated rather than youthful. There's a balance here. Water is life, but it needs minerals, and it needs moderation. One of my friends was drinking so much water thinking she was flushing toxins that she ended up feeling dizzy, weak, and older than she was. Once she added electrolytes back in and moderated her intake, she looked vibrant again. It's a powerful reminder that even good things can become harmful in excess. The key is listening to your body. Urine should be pale yellow, not crystal clear all the time. That's nature's way of telling you you're in balance. So here we are: 5 mistakes with water that can age you faster than smoking, drinking too little, ignoring water quality, getting the timing wrong, choosing the wrong temperature, and overdoing it. When you think about it, water touches every part of your life. It lubricates your joints, carries nutrients, regulates temperature, and flushes out waste. Every cell in your body is bathed in it, and every wrinkle on your skin is either softened or deepened by it. And yet, because it's so ordinary, we tend to overlook it. We search for complicated anti-aging secrets, while the simplest one sits right in front of us in a plain glass. But let me leave you with a twist. People often ask me, what's the single most important thing I can do to stay youthful? And they expect me to say a supplement, a superfood, or a workout. But my answer is this: master your water. Balancing it properly, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. Imagine waking up each morning with clearer skin, sharper focus, easier movement, the confidence that you are nourishing yourself at the most fundamental level. That's what good water habits can do. So now I want to turn the question back to you. Which of these 5 mistakes do you recognize in your own life? Have you been underhydrating, or maybe overdoing it? Do you rely on icy drinks, or do you? Think about the quality of your water. Share your thoughts in the comments, because your story could inspire someone else to make a small but life-changing shift. And if you found value in this message, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because we'll keep diving into powerful, practical ways to stay healthy, vibrant, and strong after 50. This community is about sharing wisdom, lifting each other up, and proving that age is not a decline, but a chapter of empowerment.